Hello and welcome to Knife Delights. It's time for another Twos for Tuesday, that easy open tag that I invite all channels to participate in. And I want to say thanks to those channels that have been participating in it. It's an easy open tag. Just grab a couple of knives and talk about them. And what we have on the table today are a couple of jigged blue boned jackknives, and we're going to get into these in just a moment. But first, I got a shout out I need to do. A great shout out to Driver 38 Knives. Yes, he sent me this wonderful sticker, and also he included this penny. And if you look close at it, it's dated 1941. What an awesome penny to get. Yes, 1941. Thank you so much for that. But wait, that's not all. Look what else he sent me here. Sent me a dog tag. Knife Delights. Is that cool or what? That is so neat. Thank you so much for, that takes time to make these things and stamp them out like that. Wow, that is terrific. Thank you so much, Driver 38 Knives. If you haven't done so already, go over and check out his channel. Hit that subscribe button. Let's help these channels grow. All right, now on to our knives here today. The one on top here, this is a Taxas Jack. And it's made by Frost Cutlery. And it's from their Ironhorse series. And you can see it says Taxas Jack. I don't know, I just happen to think, either they misspelled it, or perhaps Texas Jack is trademarked by someone. So they had to use a play on words there. So, but the Frost Cutlery, and it's model IH131 BLPB. Yep. It's described as a 4-inch closed pocket knife, high quality polished stainless steel blades, nickel silver bolsters, brass pins and liners, and imported bone handle. So yes, now this knife, this was a gift. Oh, there's that California warning. RJ, if you get one of these, don't lick the blades. It may cause cancer. But this was a gift to me from none other than Nice Slice. And I've carried this I've carried this knife quite a bit. As you can see, it's got some use on it. Yep, opened some boxes and packages. It's a wonderful two-bladed jackknife. All right, now the next knife here, this is a Hen Rooster, and this is a Copperhead. And this is part of that box of knives that Ray from North Star Knife Reviews sent me. And it's going to be going on to other folks to review. It's a traveling knife. So this is the Hen Rooster 232 BLPB. I know the PB is for pick bone, so blue pick bone. And what else? Another California warning. And that's about all for the box. And now the Hen Roosters are made in Germany. And I believe this Frost knife was probably made in China. I'm not sure. No, Pakistan. Made in Pakistan. It says German stainless, rust-free. So there's the shield on it. Part of the Ironhorse or locomotive. There's the tang stamp there. And we'll look at the tang stamp on here. Actually, it's printed. It's hard to get it on there real good. There's the stamps. German stainless, handmade. German stainless. Let me see here. Can we get a better look at that? German stainless, handmade. And it must be the model number, the 232 down there at the bottom. So, what is a jackknife? Well, the basic definition of a jackknife is it's a single-ended knife, meaning a lot of jackknives are single blade, but if they're two-bladed, both of the blades fold out of the same end of the knife. Now, if you have a two-bladed knife and one folds out each way, it's called a double-ended jack. But your basic definition of a jackknife is both blades come out the same end. And a copperhead is kind of like a half canoe. As you can see, it's got the canoe style design down here on this end. This one is threaded, and what makes that nice is it slips in and out of your pocket real easy and doesn't tear up your pocket. And that was a basic premise of the canoe knife, having this end on both sides. It's easy on your pockets. Now, before I forget to mention it, I don't know the current prices, but I think this Hen and Rooster knife is somewhere around the $45 range, and this Frost Cutlery is somewhere around the $10 range. But I just thought it made a good for two for Tuesday, because check out the bone and the jigging. Very similar, isn't it? Very similar. Got the very similar style shields. Of course, this is like the locomotive. This has the roosters, the hen and the rooster on it. Take a look on the back here. Both stainless steel blades, and they both have brass liners. So, very cool. You can just barely make out the pin right there on this bolster. And the same on this one. A couple pins there. Looks like a pin for each blade. Yep. Now the fit and finish, as I rub over at, that's very good on that one. But this one is absolutely smooth. There's not a lot of difference, but you can just barely feel the different layers there, and on this one it just seems absolutely smooth. The transitions on these knives, as you feel along, you can see a slight little gap there, but nothing, you know, it's a $10 knife, but just a very, very slight gap. Just being picky. You can see the ends don't match up quite as good as on that Hen and Rooster. But again, I'm being picky. All in all, the transitions, the bone on both of these look very nice. I suppose we could do just a real quick measurement. You can kind of see comparisons there on the size. And the Taxas Jack, that's going to come in at about 4.5 inches. And this Copperhead, right around 3 3/4 inches. We'll look at the blades here. Got the spear point there. You got the clip point there. So on this main blade, got about 3 3/8 inch, a little over 3 1/4 inches, with about a 3-inch cutting edge on the main blade here. And on here we got a clip blade. Nice long nail nick as opposed to the crescent or cat's eye. And we got about a 2.5 inch blade. No, 2 3/4 inch blade with about a 2.5 inch cutting edge. And the secondary blade on this one, that is a Skinner blade. Nice and flat along there. Looks like it's about 2.5 inches. There is a very small swedge there. I don't think they're calling it a drop point. It's pretty straight across the spine there. So, yeah, just a very nice knife. I think this is the first time I've ever handled a Hen and Rooster. And, yeah, it looks like a very nice knife. Good blade centering there. This one's off just slightly. Well, I guess they're both off just slightly, but again, there's no blade rub, so that's the big thing. Good walk and talk on this. And on the Taxas Jack, good snap on this one. Listen to that. Yeah. And I have carried this Taxas Jack. It's a little heavy in the pocket, but boy, is it nice and big and beefy and useful. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the look at these two knives and this 2 for Tuesday. I'll encourage you to check out my playlist here at the end of the video. And until next time, have a very delightful day.